Hey there, darling. When you've got a moment, could you stop by the plaza again? There's something I need to talk to you about. Hey, what are you doing up there? You want to break something? Oh, down hollow, Doc.
Sorry, I'm just setting something up.
Well, if we're all still in one piece by the time we get here, I'll meet you in the atrium, by the big globe thing. See you soon.
This has been a pre-recorded message. Message repeats in 3 seconds.
Welcome back to the plaza, darling. Got some good news to share. The comm hub is fine. In fact, it's better than fine. Don't ask me how or why, but the gun has actually finished repairing it. And they even started adding some upgrades.
That's great news.
Part of me was dreading finding the hub, thinking what the gunners might have done to it. But turns out they were busy making it even better. That kind of brings me to the next thing I want to talk to you about. You see, I think we should stay here, in the plaza.
What? Why?
Well, think about it. It's got real hardwood flooring, it's glowing sea adjacent, it's certainly a step up from the hardware store. And I don't suppose you've noticed what's on top of this place? Don't worry. I'm sure you had other things on your mind. On the plaza's roof is a huge antenna. It probably used to beam news to every home in the Commonwealth. It's got a massive broadcast range, something the gun has made good use of.
Sounds handy.
Now, you connect something like the plaza antenna to the comm hub, and you got yourself a match made in heaven. With the gunners gone, we'd be fools not to use this place ourselves. That's why I think we should move our operation here. Begin to really scale things up. Maybe even start bringing in outside help. With a little effort, we could turn this place into a real headquarters.
Sounds like just what we need right now.
I knew you'd be on the same page. And this'll let us do some cool stuff. Let me show you what I mean. Follow me. So, without further ado, allow me to introduce what we've dubbed the comm array.
Excuse me.
Well, what do you think? Well, what do you think?
What I've seen so far is pretty impressive.
Really? You're not just being polite, are you? Hey, you should try connecting your Pipboy to it. Just connect your adapter plug to the port there. Go ahead, it won't bite. Nicely done. You just upgraded your Pip-Boy's firmware. Thanks to a little creative programming by yours truly, your Pip-Boy now has a direct link to the comm array, which means... Again? This has gotta be the 4th time today! How many times do I have to tell him? At this point, he's gotta be doing it on purpose.
Hey, Jake.
How many times do I have to tell him? At this point, he's gotta be doing it on purpose.
What's going on?
Sorry, I'll just be a minute. I gotta go take care of something. Aiden! Aiden! What did I say about firing that turret off inside? With all this trash everywhere, you're gonna start a fire! And... Did you splice these power cables directly into the latch wiring? Do you have any idea how dangerous that is?
I don't answer to you. Besides, it's not my fault. I asked you to fix me up a generator hours ago.
Well, I'm sorry, but I've had more important things to do than help you play with guns. After I shared my plan for us to move in here, Aiden decided he wanted to stay as well. I said that was fine, providing he followed the rules.
Your rules, not mine. And just who put you in charge anyway? You can barely keep the lights on.
I never said I was in charge, but, well, someone's got to give the orders around here.
And that someone is you, is it?
Well, it sure as hell ain't gonna be you.
Enough! Calm down, both of you.
Huh. You know, I wouldn't actually mind taking orders, if it was from someone like you.
For once, I think I might agree with Aiden. You would make a good leader. And if we're gonna turn this place into a real headquarters, we're gonna need someone who can make the big decisions. I know this is rather sudden, but, well, I don't suppose you'd be interested in leading this place.
Alright, I'll do it.
Well, all hail to the chief. Maybe now we can get something done around here. As I'm sure you've already noticed, Jake's custodial skills are severely lacking.
Hey, that is not...
And mine aren't much better. If you want to get an HQ up and running, we need someone who knows how to clean up and manage a place like this. And I got just the person in mind.
Yeah?
From what I understand, you already know him. Guy's name is Mansfield, Deputy Overseer of Vault 81. I think, if you offered him a job overseeing the plaza, he'd leap at the opportunity.
What makes you think that?
After the gunners attacked his vault, I had the chance to talk to the man. He seemed unhappy in his role there, and I don't think recent events had helped that feeling. He spoke very highly of you, though. I believe if you offered him a position here, he'd take it.
Alright. I'll go talk to him.
Good. Now, I've got some lasers to go calibrate.
But now and again, Aiden does make some good suggestions. I'm often too busy to worry about things like basic maintenance or upkeep. But we wouldn't be able to start a real headquarters without it. If this Mansfield is willing, we should definitely bring him aboard. Okay then, we all got things to be getting on with, so I'll see you later. Good luck with the town scouting, Chief.
Welcome back. You're Pipboy.
Hope you're not
Hi.
making any trouble.
Ah, hello. It's good to see you again. Welcome back to what's left of Vault 81. As you can see, we've been rather busy cleaning up.
Have you ever thought about leaving the vault?
If you'd asked me that but a few months ago, I'd have laughed at the notion. However, I'll admit, I have thought of leaving. But being Deputy Overseer of 81 is all I've ever known. Where would I even go?
What do you think about coming to work for me?
Really? Are you perhaps hiring for some sort of Deputy Overseer position? If it was anyone else asking, I'd probably turn them down, but considering it's you... Very well. I accept. I'll begin packing immediately. Oh, but first I should inform the Overseer. If you'd excuse me.
Hello? Testing. 1, 2, 1, 2. Hey, can you hear me?
Oh, great. This just gets better and better.
Hey, I heard that. I got so distracted by Aiden, I forgot to tell you about your Pip-Boy's upgrade. Well, better late than never. So, congratulations. You are now the proud owner of a fully functional two-way Pip-Boy radio. No more tuning into pre-recorded broadcasts. Now you got the direct line. You can contact anyone at the HQ, whenever you like.
How do I make contact?
It's easy enough. You just radio in and ask for who you want to talk to. Right now it's only me and Lupe here, and Aiden, but the more folks we can get to work for us, the more you'll be able to talk to.
Sounds handy.
Damn right it is. With a two-way radio, you'll no longer have to come all the way back just to give me updates. Should make staying in contact a lot easier. Speaking of, how'd it go at the vault? Did you manage to get that Mansfield guy?
Yep.
Oh, great. I look forward to meeting him. Say, what's he like?
He's a very dedicated man.
Why do I get the feeling dedicated really means something else? All right. Head on back to the plaza once you're ready, and let's see what this new guy can do.
Landmines. Inside. That's the part I have a problem with, Aiden. The inside part.
What am I meant to do, Jake? I'm only one man. I can't watch every door. Besides, I was just testing them. I had Teresa disable the charge in each mine. None of them would have exploded.
Hey, don't drag me into your little squabble.
Okay, you want to beef up security around here. I get it. But are mines really the way to do that?
Hi. Hey.
There's just no winning with you, is there? You said stop using turrets inside, so I did. I moved on to something else.
Yeah, you moved on to planting landmines. Inside. That's the part I have a problem with, Aiden. The inside part.
What am I meant to do, Jake? I'm only one man. I can't watch every door. Besides, I was just testing them. I had Teresa disable the charge in each mine. None of them would have exploded.
Hey, don't drag me into your little squabble.
Okay, you want to beef up security around here. I get it. But are mines really the way to do that?
Hey there.
There's just no winning with you, is there? You said stop using turrets and
Oh,
so I
there you are.
moved on to something else.
We were just, waiting for Mansfield.
What are you talking about?
Oh, same old. Mostly just disagreements on how we should go about doing things.
Is he here yet?
No, not yet. Say, you did tell him where he'd be working, right? Like he knows to come to the plaza. Ah, that must be him now. Hey, over here.
Good luck.
Thank you for your help. A safe journey back to the vault. Hello. Nice to meet you all. I'm Mansfield, former Deputy Overseer of Vault 81.
Yeah, we know.
Oh, right, of course.
You all right? You seem kind of tense.
Oh, it's just being outside the vault is all still rather new to me. It's quite overwhelming. But I'm sure I'll get used to it in time. For now, I suppose I should start getting settled into my new position here. So, where might I find my office?
Welcome to the team, Mansfield. I'm Jake. If you want an office, there's a few rooms up top you might like. Feel free to help yourself.
Up top? You mean, in here? Surely you can't be serious. This place is piled high with trash. It's dilapidated. It's literally dripping with filth.
Well, yeah. That's why we asked you to come work with us. We need your expertise to clear this place out. Help get everything tidy and organized.
Cedric, what have you gotten yourself into?
What were you expecting?
I suppose I just assumed you were more established. But then, besides the vault, I have no reference for such things. Perhaps this level of squalor is normal?
Get used to it, buddy.
What a wonderful welcome to the wasteland. And thus begins my exciting new career, teaching sanitation. Very well. If you need this facility cleared of all this garbage, pay attention. I shall demonstrate some of the basics.
I'm all ears.
Now, watch carefully. Ahem. You there.
Yeah?
Congratulations. You're a janitor. Grab a broom and get cleaning.
Oh, okay.
There. You see? That wasn't so hard, was it?
You've a real low opinion of wastelanders, don't you? Believe it or not, most of us know how to clean.
The state of our current surroundings would beg to differ. How'd you even allow things to deteriorate this badly? Who's the head of facilities?
We don't have one. In fact, we don't really have no heads of anything.
No department heads? No wonder you're in such disarray. You can't expect to run a facility without clear, predefined roles.
Okay.
If we're gonna start assigning roles, I'm taking charge of security.
Hey, if Aiden gets security, then I'm calling head of engineering.
Slow down. It's not a competition. Assuming you're both qualified for those positions, that should be fine. Since you've no head of facilities, I'll fulfill that role. Now, usually in a vault, department heads answer directly to an overseer. Which I suppose in this case would be you, yes?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Well then, we'll be relying on you to direct each department as you see fit.
Okay. Let's get to work.
Yes. Well, please, proceed at your leisure.
Hey, Chief. If it's okay with you, I'm gonna go find us a proper meeting room. I mean, this atrium's nice and all, but I'd prefer someplace less drafty and with better seating. Come on, kid, you're helping.
I am? Oh, okay.
Ah, well, that's a bit more like it. Now that it's clear of most of the filth and has some usable furniture, this should make for an acceptable workspace. Thank you.
Excuse me.
Ah, well, that's a bit more like it. Now that it's clear of most of the filth and has some usable furniture, this should make for...
I'm glad you're so enthusiastic.
Let's not get too carried away now. Enthusiastic may be a bit of a stretch. So, now you've seen what it takes to run a proper facility. Obviously, you don't do the work yourself, but it does require direct supervision. However, your direct involvement isn't strictly necessary. If you'd prefer, your department heads can delegate things such as cleaning, repairs, and room allocation, allowing your HQ to run autonomously, leaving yourself free to be as involved or as deferential as you'd like. As our overseer, the decision is, of course, yours.
Oh, this sounds good.
Understand, I'm only offering suggestions. You should proceed in a way that feels right to you. Do you feel you've an adequate comprehension of running your facility? If not, I can always offer further tutoring on what to do next. Oh, also, on your stance regarding HQ autonomy, I will require a formal spoken decision. It's for the paperwork, you understand.
I'll take all the help I can get. So, what's next?
As you wish. I'm more than happy to provide further guidance. Also, I'll set up the workstations for each department head. That way, if you change your mind or want to take direct control of any or all departments, just leave a note at the specific workstation. And even with everyone acting autonomously, you can still assign tasks yourself. Anything you assign will naturally receive priority. Here, you should take this holotape. You may find it useful. Most of the information on it should be applicable to you in this facility. Now, I do believe your next step should be to clean up and construct some basic living quarters. At your leisure, of course.
Hey,
Oh, hey. We've a bit of a problem.
what's the problem?
Our building supplies. We used them all up. We can't do no more projects.
I'm surprised you didn't have more materials on hand. Has there been some sort of disruption to our supply chain? Oh, let me guess. We don't have a supply chain.
Nope.
Then I suppose we'll have to start setting some up, won't we? Jake explained you own and operate a number of settlements. Perhaps we could take the supplies we need from one of them.
Whoa, hold on. You can't just take people's stuff like that.
Why not?
Why not? Look, I don't know how stuff works in a vault, but up here, people have independence, and they work hard for what they got. If we go demanding what's theirs, then we're no better than the gunners in my book.
If you're good to people, they'll be good back.
Yeah, what she said.
So what do you propose we do instead?
Well, instead of just taking from people, why not just ask them to donate what they got spare? Providing we ask nicely. I bet most people helped by ASAMs would be happy to send us what they can.
If we're putting it to a vote, I vote for the Ask Nicely plan?
I have my doubts. But you know the people of the Commonwealth better than I. If you think asking nicely would work, then go ahead. I shall await the bountiful inflow of supplies with bated breath.
What a charmer.
Don't be too rough on him. I just don't think he understands how it works up here. Hey, you know who we should talk to? Stodge and the others. I bet they'd be willing to send some supplies and materials our way.
I'd be glad to talk to him.
All right. I'll meet you there.
If you can get the supplies, I'll make sure they're all organized and stored properly. That way we can use them as soon as they arrive. I should get back to work. Hope everything goes well at the settlement.
Everyone needs more people, but we ain't got enough to go around.
Maybe we need to reassign some personnel. Move around what we already have.
That would still leave some departments shorthanded.
I don't know
Oh,
how
hey,
anyone expects
welcome
me to
back.
do anything with the number of people I have.
Excuse me.
Oh, hey, welcome back.
What was that argument about?
Seems we've not got enough people to cover each department's needs. So everyone's fighting again.
Just hold on a minute. I'm sure we can work this out.
Nice to hear a voice of reason. Look, I got an idea on how to fix this personnel shortage, but it's something I'm gonna have to run past you first.
All right, let's hear it. What's on your mind?
It's a solution similar to our supply shortage problem. Simply put, we ask people from settlements to come work at the HQ. I can't imagine many, if any, would turn us down.
Huh, that's a good idea. After all, we got plenty of talented folks living in our settlements. But if we did start bringing in more people, we need someone to take charge of them all. Otherwise, it would just be chaos.
Ugh, fine. If it stops you knuckleheads from bickering, I'll do it. I'll take charge of personnel.
I don't want to make you uncomfortable. Are you sure?
I got this. Quit worrying so much.
All right, problem solved. Next time you're near a settlement, scout out potential talent and send them our way.
Indeed. The more skilled people you send to us, the faster your department heads can improve the HQ.
For now, let's get back to work, everyone. We still got a lot to do. Hey, darling, if you got a moment, come talk to me in the common room.
When you first appeared at our vault door, I was unsure what to think. But since then, you've proven your worth 100 times over.
Attacking settlements. You know, it was only a matter of time before they hit us again.
Hi.
Yeah?
Hey, Jake.
Thanks for coming here to talk. I didn't want to seem unprofessional in front of the others, but... wow, we really are doing this. We got a real headquarters. People who know what they're doing. We're on the verge of becoming a true power in the Commonwealth. And the cherry on the cake is that you're the one leading it all.
I'm excited to see what we can do.
You're not the only one. Feels like I'm one big step closer to finally finding my kid.
Anything you want to talk about?
I touched on this earlier before, about my daughter Laura. She's been the driving force behind all of this. You know, ASAMs, settlements, and now setting up her own headquarters. Back then, I wasn't quite ready to explain what I meant by that, but I think I am now. That is, if you don't mind hearing all about my personal struggles, of course.
Your personal struggles. Could you be more specific?
About why I'm really doing all this. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's been great seeing people improve their lives with ASAMs. And knowing I've been a part of that, well, I'd be lying if I said it didn't make me feel good. But that's not the reason I started helping people. My motives are a little more self-centered.
All right, let's hear it. What's on your mind?
Well, it all goes back to before Laura was born. Before I even met her mother, Caitlin. You see, my hometown, Sanford, it was a bustling trade hub. Whole place was built around a huge purification plant. Pre-war, but still working. The plant was run by my father. It was the pride and joy of the whole town. Supplied clean drinking water to thousands, and made Sanford a wealthy settlement.
Did something happen?
Yeah, something happened, all right. Like the old saying goes, nothing good lasts forever. One day there was an accident at the plant. One of its fusion generators began to overload. If left alone, it would have set off a chain reaction, caused an explosion that would have taken out the whole town and a good chunk of the surrounding area. My dad, he stopped that from happening. He pulled the fusion core, but it cost him his life, and severely damaged the plant in the process.
I'm sorry about your dad.
Thanks. But that was a long time ago. I've made peace with his loss, and I'm proud that he died a hero. Anyway, after the accident, the plant shut down for good. I simply didn't have the caps to repair it, and no one in town was willing to foot the bill. So I sold what was left of the plant and settled down. It was around that time I met Caitlin, and not long after, we had Laura. After losing my dad and the plant, I was in a dark place. But Laura, she changed all that. She gave my life true meaning again. Without water to export, Sanford began to crumble around us. But I didn't give a damn. I had my daughter, and enough caps to keep her safe and well fed. That's all that mattered to me.
Understandable.
I thought so too. If the town wouldn't even help me fix the purifier that made them what they were, why should I care what happens to them? But Caitlin, she didn't see it that way. She said the town was dying, and in time, it would drag everyone down with it, including us. For years, she told me I should buy the plant back, try and repair it, that if I didn't, I'd be selling Laura's future short. Eventually, I told her to just drop it, that repairing the plant would be impossible. Caitlin didn't like that answer. We separated a few weeks later. That didn't stop her from bugging me, though. Now, whenever I saw her, she'd say, "You can stay here in Sanford, but pay for me and Laura to go someplace better." I'd ask where in the waste she'd even go. The response was always the same. The best settlement I could find. That Laura deserved no less.
What happened to the settlement?
By this point, Sanford was in rough shape, at least compared to what it used to be. Most of the traders had moved on to more prosperous towns, and with the lack of clean water, a lot of the surrounding farmland had gone dry or barren. The weather changed too. We now get cyclones all the time. What's worse, the high winds would whip up all the dry dirt from all the dead farmland. Personally, I got used to all the changes, but Caitlin, not so much.
What did she do?
In the end, I think she just got tired of me always blowing her off. She decided to find a better settlement for our daughter with or without my blessing. That's when Caitlin left Sanford, taking Laura with her. As soon as I found out, I chased after them. It took months, but I tracked them to the Commonwealth. Didn't take long for me to find a lead to their whereabouts. Turns out they stayed in Diamond City for a while, in the Dugout Inn. But by the time I arrived, they already moved on. Apparently, even the Great Green Jewel didn't meet Caitlin's standards. After that trail went cold. I couldn't get no trace of where they'd gone. But I know they're still out there. They have to be.
That must have been hard on you.
I figured, since I couldn't find Laura, then I'd help establish the best damn settlements the Commonwealth has ever seen. I'd create the perfect settlement that Caitlin was looking for. And by doing so, I'd make her bring Laura to me. That's how I ended up discovering ASAMs, and why I started giving them out to people. And then I met you, and well, you know the rest. So, now you know why I've been doing all this. Why it's so important to me. and why I'm so thankful for everything you've done and continue to do.
It sounds like a long shot to me.
You might be right about that, but I think it's my best chance. Anyway, now that we have the comm array and the HQ, we truly have the means to create some of the greatest settlements in the Commonwealth. It's still going to take some work, mind you. We really need to push the HQ to its full potential. However, I've got a number of upgrades and improvements in mind that I think will do the trick.
Okay, I'm listening.
For starters, the HQ's power generators. They're a little temperamental. We can improve that. Also, we should get all the terminals here networked again. That would definitely help our productivity. I'll do everything I can to make all this work, but I can't do it alone. I'm going to need your help, and the help of everyone in HQ as well.
Then let's do this.
Thank you. I really mean that. Oh, before I forget, I set aside a little place for you here. A home away from home, as it were. You should go check it out. Here's the key to unlock the door.
Thank you. I'm sure that'll come in handy.
You're welcome. It really is the least I could do for you, but I hope you like it. All right, we both got a lot of work to do, so let's get to it. Let's rebuild the Commonwealth.